Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Trogdor, and welcome back to what's actually going to be like a real, is anything real? I mean, we're all kind of imposters if you like really think about it. If you really activate those almonds, if you really chog that nog. Welcome back to the first non-shit post in, I don't know, when did I do my team builder / analysis of this team? Even that was kind of a fun post because it was just like a art show. But this is a Pokemon battle. Wow, really? Wow. No, it's it's a playoffs game. I'm in the PTL. I somehow squeaked my way into playoffs, and yeah, I made an entire video discussing the intricacies and process and like analytical thinking behind how playoffs work in this league, which check that out if you haven't. And it was mostly just me talking nonsense while playing Fire Emblem, but to be honest with you. And anyway, my first opponent we've played before. My opponent is the best player in Lincolnshire, the commissioner of Arsneasel. I don't know what that is a reference to. Yeah. Anyway, our last battle was super close. Super close. I barely squeaked out a win because Beedrill is good. Basically. Do you know what else is good? Hawlucha Los Tiburon. Where is Hawlucha? Is it this one? No. Los Tiburon! Okay, so Lucha, right? Psychic Seed. I'm also bringing Lele, which I kind of already spoiled. But let's talk about Lucha. Hawlucha is designed to win. It's the most valuable MVP of my entire team, and was very close to being the most valuable MVP of the entire league. That's how good this thing is. Well, okay, it's good because it's fast. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at this, double. Do you see that double? Look at this Psychic Seed. I get more Spadef. With Spadef, I can live like a Moonblast from Sylveon. What makes you say Moonblast? Sylveon gets Hyper Voice. Like, ugh. Trogdor, do you even know how to play this game? Well, no. But I do know that Hawlucha gets Throat Chop. And so does Hydreigon. And guess what? Do you know what's really funny? Last time we played, I used Throat Chop on Sylveon, and then it hit me with a Moonblast, and Hawlucha kind of died because I had already taken some damage at that point, and yeah. So I'm just rocking a SD Acro, Drain Punch, Fire Punch. Basically, it donks his entire team except for Gligar, which last game, basically Gligar came out. I spilled all of my spaghetti on the floor. I didn't even buy Linguini that time. That's how hard I spilled my spaghetti. And I still managed to eke out a win, despite Gligar basically ruining my day. If Hawlucha got Ice Punch, it would just be like, clear, easy, game over, bye. Well, Sylveon kind of gives him trouble too. This thing's designed to win. I also have my Tapu Lele Dorothea, the best waifu in all of Fire Emblem. That's debatable because Hilda's also there, and Mercedes, and I always forget to make a Lele Shiny, which it's supposed to be. Just rocking Specs, Psychic Moonblast, Energy Ball, Focus Miss, Max Speed because I tie with something. It's really just here to get up the terrain for Lucha and do damage. Last time I was rocking like a Sub-Calm Mind with Dual Stab, which almost did some work, but it was more like the last time it was kind of like Lele came in, did damage, and then got out. I didn't really have time to do substitutes, so I figured it's like, if I'm just going to go in to do damage and get out, it might as well be Specs, right? Yeah, I guess. I honestly thought, like, in this squad, Lele, you know, my round 1 pick, would be the absolute behemoth of my team, like it was that one season. But actually, not really the case. It's mostly just there to feed kills to Lucha, which is cool, I guess. Okay. So next up, I have Blastoise, Raphael. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Look at this. Look at that. Do you remember how I said Gligar was a giant pain in my somewhere that I didn't even know existed? So this thing is like, I'm gonna switch into Gligar and then Smash and then win. Like that's the rationale behind this. Like, switch into Gligar because that thing is coming. I'm honestly pretty sure my opponent's gonna bring like the same squad because Gligar really yeah. Anyway, this thing comes in. I'm like, haha, scare you, but boom. Boom, baby. At worst, it's gonna like punch an enormous hole to let this thing or Speedwagon come in and just do stuff. Speaking of Speedwagon, yeah, last time Beedrill got 5 kills. It was kind of well, that was mostly because my opponent misplayed with Kyurem Black. All right, that's what I need to speed tie with Lele. If he's rocking a max speed Kyurem, I speed tie with that because we were the same speed stat, but Lele's better and cheaper. Best bang for your buck. Okay, so Speedwagon. I can afford to be adamant. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Just kidding. That, yeah, it's like, hi, I win. Beedrill's basically my win button. If Gligar goes down, well, even then, P-Jab does over half and U-Turn does a chunk. Depending on my opponent's Scarfer, I can basically outspeed everything. Okay, yeah, this is like another win button between this and this. Why do I have so many win buttons on my team? Come on, it's not fair. Okay, speaking of not fair. Well, okay, so this is Hydreigon. It's exactly the same Hydreigon that I brought last time, which did quite a bit of damage. Like, it's faster than the most likely Scarfers besides Darkrai. Oh, by the way, did I mention my opponent has a Darkrai? Did I mention that somebody on the admin table in this league decided it would be a good idea to let that thing into the league? Did I also mention that my opponent has a Kyurem Black too? And here I am facing a behemoth of a team with Kyurem Black, which doesn't get Dragon Dance for granted, but still Kyurem Black and a Darkrai, and I'm here worried about a Gligar? What? Yeah, that's why I love leagues. It's like you can have like the most stacked team and be worried, and like the biggest threat to your team is like an NFE Mon. Yeah, Draco, Fire Blast, Dark Pulse, whatever. Scarf, U-Turn, good, very good. And I have my Elephant. That is the same Elephant that I brought last week, because it did awesome. Heavy Slam switches in, like, you know, this thing switches into Sylveon the best. EQ, Heat Crash, Heavy Slam. The only problem is I don't really get much for, oh, this thing gets Power Whip. And Outrage. Elephant is dummy good. I've had it on my team this entire time, and I'm just realizing, just like, it's this. Look at the moveset it gets. Oh my god. I'm just like, what? But honestly, like, Heat Crash, Heavy Slam, EQ, it's like I did some calculations and found out these are the best 3 moves that I could bring. And I need Rocks because my opponent has Kyurem Black, Sizzlepede, no, the evolution of Sizzle. It's stuff. Rocks, good. Lele, good. Los Tiburon, amazing. Yeah, let's get into the battle. Alright, here we are. Look at this. My opponent brought the exact same team as Vlad. Well, the exact same 6, but I don't see any reason for Scizor to be anything besides Spadef. For Sylveon to be anything besides Fizdef, for Gligar to be anything besides a pain in my ass. One of these 3 is probably a Scarfer. Cure might be like a sub with that one move that gives it speed. Salazzle might be like Balloon or something. I don't know. let's get into the battle. I'm gonna lead with my elephant because, like I mentioned, I need rocks. This thing's probably faster than me, and it goes for the U-turn. The damage that I expected, and here's this thing. Which, by the way, I went into my Blastoise, and I got Toxic. Here's this thing. This thing, I'm pointing to a Gligar on my screen right now. You can imagine me pointing to this Gligar on my screen and talking to you directly in the eyes. Like, look into my eyes and get, like, mesmerized. This thing right here is a bigger threat than the Kyurem. That's all I was going to say about it. So I get Toxic. That's unfortunate, but I can scare this thing out with an Ice Beam. But I'm pretty sure he's going to go into something else. So I, like, you know, do some doubling. Get my U-turn into Raja. So it's going pretty good. You know, we're both predicting each other. We base, you know, this is what happens when you play an opponent for the second time in a season. You basically know what kind of plays that they're going to make. So we're just like doing all these back and forths, and I feel like I'm getting the upper hand, and my opponent probably does too. I get some damage on the Gligar. I don't know if it's rocking a defog or what, but any amount of damage. Yeah, Wish is stupid. So I know that I can do, oh yeah, Aerial Ace, that's interesting. So I know that I can do a substantial amount of damage with Psychic to anything except Scizor. So Scizor takes rocks, I go for the Psychic, that does a decent chunk of damage, you know. Here's why, wow, the music like that I'm listening to just like almost had a pause. Okay, so the Spadef drop is kind of huge, and I'm, you know, very fortunate to get that, and my opponent's kind of unlucky because basically right now I don't have to make any predictions. If this wasn't a Spadef drop, the Scizor would go down to like 13% or something, and then be able to roost and threaten me with an Iron Head or something. Not a Bullet Punch, or at least stall out my terrain or something. But now, and then, you know, I have to do the dance of like, oh, do I go into my Hydreigon or my Caporaja or my Blastoise, or do I go into my Hawlucha early? No, I can just stay in and push buttons. So it's really difficult to find out, did this actually matter? But I'm pretty sure, yeah, it did. So Tomagadaru comes in, and I do that thing again. That wasn't a crit or anything. Lele is just strong with specs and max special attack, and I'm probably clipping, aren't I? I'm not really paying attention to like how loud I'm talking, but I noticed that OBS has that one little dot that says like, oh, you've been too loud. Thanks for that. Yeah, I know. Okay, so the way that this thing came in, it's probably a Scarfer because Togedemaru outspeeds Lele by 1. So I'm gonna get out of town. And there's this thing, Steel Roller. Never heard of that move. Yeah, that's cool. Imagine if I had gone into Hawlucha as my opponent went for the Steel Roller and I didn't get my boost. Yeah, so that's actually some sort of Galaxy Brain play, but I looked it up real quick and I was like, oh, it fails if there's no terrain. So yeah, I go back into my Raja as my opponent goes for the stupid Gligar, and I'm going to do this dance again. I'm already Toxic, you nerd. Sylveon comes in, it's going to tank an Ice Beam from me, or rather a Surf. Did a substantial amount of damage. I'm going to go for my Shell Smash. Ooh, and I get my White Herb. That's amazing. Toxic damage is starting to rack up, and the Sylveon's just gonna Wish Protect against me while I slowly die to Toxic. So, and Sylveon's at fuller health and Blastoise is dead. So Blastoise did its best. The Sylveon's gonna protect as I go for my Pajab, and gonna get out of here as I go for a U-turn. I'm gonna go into Hydra. So I'm Scarfed, and I know that Salazzle can't do a lot of damage to me, except with maybe Dragon Pulse. I just want to, right here, make, well, okay, the way that I thought about it is if I went for a U-turn right here, that would be like Galaxy Brain play, where if I get hit first, I know for a fact that this Salazzle is a Scarfer, and then I go for the U-turn to get the upper hand. But if I go first, then it's not a Scarfer. The smart thing to do would have just gone for the Earth Power, because if I went first, it's gone. And if I go second, it's still gone. And I'm at the same amount. I don't know what I was thinking. But I go for a U-turn right here. It does like 4. But yeah, the Dragon Pulse happened. And yeah, that whole exchange was just kind of dumb on my part. I'm sorry. I know Zangoose is over here just like being a keyboard warrior about like, I can't believe how bad of a play that you just made right there, Trogdor. Yeah, thanks. I know. But either way, I know that thing's not Scarf. I'm gonna go back into Lele, do the whole thing. Like, you know, Sylveon's still just been like a bad to me, and yeah, Salazzle goes down. It could have been gone down, and I could have like not like done damage to any other thing that came in right there. Scizor would have been gone. Gligar would have been, you know, heavily damaged. Yeah. Anyway. So this Roller is coming again. Or actually a Zongzap this time instead. But I'm faster, so I'm just going to go for the... What did I go for? Oh yeah, I went for the U-turn, because I knew that would actually kill the Togedemaru. So I win a speed tie, and the Kyurem's gone. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to go for another Psychic. Or, no, oh yeah, I was pretty sure this thing was a Scarfosaurus. So I let Elephant die, and oh, by the way, who's gone down so far? Not you, yeah. Blastoise is out of the picture, so is Elephant now. Yeah. And is anyone of my opponents been KO'd? Yeah. You and you. I'm good at this whole recording thing, aren't I? I'm amazing. Like the video if you think I'm amazing. And before I get 0 likes. But, you know, that's only 1 worse than my average. Thanks to, like, the 2 people watching this. So, okay, Togedemaru goes down. And Lele comes back in. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, yeah, Lele just kind of wins. I'll go for the... Well, wait, why didn't I just go for the Psychic? I don't know. So Hydreigon goes for the Fire Blast, and Scizor barely hangs on to dear life, and we get a double down. Can I tell the Scizor to... No. Oh, yeah, dual Wing Beat's a thing that missed, and Halucha's gonna clean up right here. As I try to... Can I pause the video and just say that Hydreigon went down? Yeah, it was a double down. Hydreigon, so it's Lucha versus Sylveon and Gligar. So, yeah, I went for the Swords Dance versus the Scizor right there, because I completely forgot that dual Wing Beat was a thing. Otherwise, I would have just gone straight for the Fire Punch. And then as Sylveon came in, I would have just gone for the double Acro. If like Moonblast was a crit, I'd bring Beedrill. Basically, once... I don't know, for a while now, it's actually been looking like really promising for Beedrill. Like, there wasn't a lot that could do to Beedrill. Like, Togedemaru is the only thing on the squad that outsped me. But anyway, yeah, Lucha is just going Green Eggs and Ham. Acro does a ton. Moonblast doesn't take me out because I got the Spadef increase. But I still had Beedrill in the back there, as you know. So that's no more Sylveon. Gligar comes in, and I take it out with Acro. I win that game 3-0, which is better than the 1-0 from previously. So I actually, for the first time in my history as a Pokemon player, doing Draft League especially, for the first time, I advance to the next round of playoffs. Now, spoilers, all the playoffs games at this point have been played. I was one of them. There were 3 others. I won 3-0. My good buddy Tone won 3-0, and then 2 people to whom I have lost won 2-0. So I play Tone next because we are the 2 highest seeds in the playoffs. I don't know what the whole like reseeding thing, but you saw my video where I explain how the playoff system works. So you probably understand it better than I do because I basically forgot. So yeah, I'm playing Tone. you will see that battle in, I don't know how many days time. Who cares? I'm the one who is supposed to, well, no. I don't care when I make that video. It'll probably be like within a week. I've got a little bit more free time now to be making videos and stuff. But it's not like I'm making money from them, so I could be using this time to work more hours. Instead, I'm just sitting in my computer chair talking about Pokemon. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye. Don't forget to do YouTube stuff if you haven't already. That'd be cool. I don't know how likely it is I'll ever get to like be able to make money from this. Probably never. It's fun to shitpost at the very least. See you later.